looks really good.
From a saxophone player,
We're on.
Oh.
Oh, I heard you say that. You know what you said.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
That's all right. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
It's Greg and Gigi, and we're doing the Thursday early evening edition of the Greg and Gigi show. So some people will be joining us. I got a lot of bright light.
You do. That was part of our hold. Is that 10 minutes ago the light was like, yeah, we couldn't do it. So are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
We had a little bit of a light.
I need a little sun on this side of my face. Anyway.
Well, there you go.
But we look good.
Yeah.
You like Gigi's hair? We were talking about her hair. She said she cut it herself. I think it looks great.
With a little help.
Hi, Coco.
Hey, there she is. That's my cousin.
It is?
Yeah. Coco Lamb.
Coco Lamb. That's a great name.
She's in California.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Gigi just said, and when Coco joins us, we've got to say hi. So I saw you pop up there.
Yep.
So we're saying hi. So she's 3 hours behind us.
Yeah.
There's Dave Robbins. Do you remember Dave? He does
don't.
the dude. Remember the dude at Sunburst? And he does Travis Tritt, and he didn't do Travis Tritt this year, but he did Trace Atkins. So he's there. He's in Nashville.
This is so fun, reading this stuff. I don't know if anybody else is enjoying it, but I love it.
We need to do this. Maybe we need to. Can you guys hear us okay? Because
my hair looks great.
Yeah.
Well,
you just need to keep doing that.
Well, I don't know if I can. Like I said, I did it myself with a little help from, a saxophone player I know. It's kind of weird, huh?
That's cool. That's cool.
Very good.
So we weren't able to do this afternoon, which is okay because I've been busy today, and but I kind of like the early evening. I think we get more viewers.
I think so. And Alex Constantine is going to be very disappointed because he wanted us to go out and make trouble.
We will eventually.
Yeah, we will.
Dave said your hair looks good.
Oh, thank you all so much.
See?
It's great.
Yeah. You've got very much a Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh yes.
You do. With the little flip and the bangs and everything.
It will not necessarily be like this the next time.
No.
There's just no rhyme or reason to anything.
You just need to get a hat and throw it up in there and hope it sticks.
Yeah. Right.
So what have you been doing? We're just going to. I literally walked in the door a few minutes. We don't talk about what we're going to talk about. We just go live and let her fly. We got a list.
That I think is hysterical. I don't know if anybody else will. You know what I've been doing this week is girls. It's that time of year, at least for me, where we go have all of our doctor's appointments. So you go to the primary care, right? Get that done. Go to the gynecologist. Get your mammogram.
La 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 la.
The girls have all the stuff to do. The guys have nothing. Maybe like colonoscopy or something. But we have the things.
It's that time.
It is, yeah. So I've been doing that. Getting all those, DEX scan.
So you've done that this week?
All week long.
That's been an exciting week.
And all of the ladies should be doing that.
Yeah, they should.
Because isn't this Cancer Awareness Month?
Is it?
October? I think so.
I thought it was January.
I think it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't know.
It should be every month.
It should be every month, right?
That's right.
So I did that.
Dave said he was thinking Marlo Thomas.
I've heard that before. Thank you.
Have you really?
Yes.
I get that. I can totally see that.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, we just talk about what we've been doing and whatever pops in our head. And in the meantime, this is brought to you by Gigi Thomas Aesthetics. And that's Gigi Thomas. So
yeah. The aesthetics are over there.
They're over there, yeah. And she does facials here, and she sells her products, and we're still working on her website.
It is, you all can go to it. And the first few pages look great, and I did so much of it myself.
Good for you.
I can't believe it. But the products, it is so hard getting them up there, because I have to rewrite everything.
Well, you know what
it takes time.
I still suggest for everybody, if they have any skincare problems or issues, I think they should call you.
They should.
And talk to you and say, here's my goal. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want my skin to be like. And you can talk to them and say, here are the things I think you should use.
Right. That's right. It's going to help because I always talk about look at the ingredients, but if you don't know what the ingredients do, then you're going to need help with it anyway. So when you go to the site, there's information about me personally. There's information about the product line, not where I get it, who makes it, of course, but that's a secret. But what it's made of, and the product themselves will be on there. One thing I did want to mention is stay away from products out there that are all in one.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense. Even shampoo.
That's right. That's right, because they do two different things. But with skincare, And this came from Dr. Pugliese, who developed Circadia. He named it Circadia to follow our circadian rhythm, and that is how skincare should be developed. So things that are rejuvenating and repair, that's going to happen at night between 11 p.m. and 11 a.m. with our circadian rhythm.
Oh, okay.
When that happens, it just whistled at me.
That's my phone. Yeah, it whistled at you. That was it.
And then the other products will be active, and you'll get more of a result from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
See, this
Our
is stuff.
circadian rhythm.
This is stuff you're not going to find out. Just going to the pharmacy or going to the counter at. I was getting ready to say Moss Brothers. Have they even been around for the last 30 years? They were a long time ago. But Moss Brothers, M-A-A-S.
Is that like Ivy's? There's
Yeah,
Ivy's,
yeah. It was
remember
like,
that?
remember Ivy's?
Jordan Marsh.
Jordan Marsh, yeah. But if you go to the makeup counter or anything like that at any of those stores at the mall or at the drugstore, you're just not going to find this information out. And the nice ladies and gentlemen who are behind the counters probably are not going to know all of this, what's in there, why it's in there, and what it does.
Well, they don't have to because it's not required. What's that?
Natalie's in here.
That's my baby girl.
Yeah.
Hi, Natalie. There's Michelle Amato.
And Coco said it is Breast Awareness Month.
Oh, good. Oh, well,
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Every month's Breast Awareness Month.
I'm so glad I opened that can of worms.
Ooh, it's getting a little warm in here.
It is. You said, "Are you okay? Do you need the fan?" I said, "No." Well, now I need it. I said I didn't. But, that's got to be taken care of today too. We're gonna up those hormones. Yeah. Next week's gonna be a totally different day.
She's gonna be in there with a big fan.
Yeah.
All right, I can't read your handwriting.
Of course not. Well, a couple products out there. Okay, we already talked about that.
What are old days? You got old days.
You know what? I was thinking about this. I actually said it to somebody back in the olden days, and then he said,
"Sorry about that. Somebody texted me and knocked us off for just a minute. That might happen. But I'll get rid of it as quick as I can."
No, what is Natalie has a? Is that a face where she's sticking her tongue out at us?
No, she's laughing.
Oh,
she's laughing.
Oh, good.
She's laughing so hard she's crying.
Okay, she needs to come do one of these with us.
She does.
She's really funny. Speaking of which,
I haven't seen her personally since she was like 4. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, she was little.
She was little.
Yeah.
Well, she was just.
Well, what year was she born? She was born in
89.
89.
So she was 6
like,
weeks old when I went to work. Back to work.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You had just had Natalie when I met you.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and you were a chip.
Hello, Chip. Chipper Wit.
Chipper Wit.
And I saw her again. It would have been like 94, the end of 94. That was last time I saw her in person, I believe.
With her daddy?
Mm-hmm.
She was her father? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had a place called Open Mics.
Uh-huh.
Well, you performed there. I don't know if you remember you performed there. You performed
yes,
there
I did.
with
I do remember
on our
that.
opening night.
It was off of International Drive.
It was off International Drive.
I do remember.
We're getting that sidetracked, but we do that. But it was called Open Mics, and the idea of it was that all of these entertainers around Central Florida could come there, and Michael played the piano,
right,
and people could get up and sing or do comedy or tap dance or whatever they wanted. Paul Vogt got up and tap danced one night. Remember Paul Vogt? Peter and Paul Vogt?
No.
Twins, worked at Disney?
No.
They're in the movies now. They're big time.
Terrific.
They may be watching now.
Hi, boys.
So
Peter and
Paul Vogt. And people could come up, and I was the MC. Jeff Zachary and I were MCs. Right. And Michael was the piano player, and it was great to play off of. I mean, it was great.
He was funny.
We just had really fun getting up there. So, and if nobody got up, then Michael would play, or he'd play for me and I'd sing, or he'd play for Jeff and Jeff would sing, or we would go by the bar and drink and let Michael sing. Anyway, that was that. That's where I saw her last.
He was good at that stuff.
He was great.
He knew every song. If you didn't know it, he'd look at it once and would memorize it.
That's it. Hum a few bars, I'll bang it out.
Yeah, he figured it out.
But anyway, okay, olden days. Okay. You're talking about olden days.
He said, what are the olden days? When are the olden days? I mean, it's for me, it was a really, really long time ago. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, this is the olden days.
Back when I was a kid.
Right. To me, it was before my parents were born.
Yes, so that is to me too.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you this, Madison is, my daughter is 21. And about four or 5 years ago, we were watching a TV show. you're just reminding me of this. And somebody made a reference to somebody else and said, "Oh, he's just a Burt Reynolds wannabe." And my daughter looks up and says, "Who's Burt Reynolds?"
Oh, no,
and I was like,
"Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Your daughter?
My daughter.
I'm shocked. Someone thought that was funny?
No, I gotta, that was my Twitter.
Well,
my phone makes all kinds of noises.
Here's what's funny. At least I think it's funny again. Frank texted me something that I didn't understand. And I texted back to him, holiday wedding. Okay, so how that's spelled? HOLIDA, whatever, holiday wedding. And he sent back, laugh out loud, blah, blah, blah. And then I texted back, wait a minute, you actually got that?
Yeah.
No, I told you.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly what I was shocked.
It's from the Grinch.
It's from the Grinch. Now, my daughter knows, and his daughter knows.
Uh-huh.
And then Nana said, it's not holiday holiday. She said it's holiday.
Hubiwadi.
Yeah. That was
holiday Hubiwadi.
Holiday Hubiwadi? Holiday
Hubiwadi?
Yeah, that's from the Grinch. You knew that.
Hubiwadi?
That was so funny. Okay, that's all I had.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Michelle's in here.
There, she's finally, huh?
It was
Hi,
so funny
Michelle.
because she changed her name on Facebook, and I didn't know who she was for a long time. I'm like, who is this?
Michelle Robinson.
Yeah, and she said it's Robertson. So
Well,
anyway.
I'm so off today. It's so weird. I'm gonna, I have to
That's
ask
so
her.
great to
You know
see.
what? I'll text you, Michelle, and ask you if I can tell this story on Facebook next week.
Oh.
A story back from the SeaWorld days. She said, when did this start?
I'm all ears. I want to hear.
She said, so we clocked in. This is in 1985.
So you're telling it?
No, this is another one.
Okay.
And so we all clock in, and then we go to lunch. And she said, now, where else do people clock in and go to lunch? With mimes. We're sitting there with, Jim and
Lynn
Fry.
Lynn's like my best friend.
I know that.
Yeah, he's my best friend. I just talked to him today. He's up in Ohio right now. That's funny. You clock in, go to lunch with mimes.
Mimes. Right.
My wife, here we are getting sidetracked again, but my wife made a whole list of things that other people don't hear in their household. Like very few women in the world hear, honey, have you seen my eyeliner?
Or my eyelashes.
No, I don't wear eyelashes. But have you seen my wig?
Oh, because you mean you might have had her eyeliner.
No, more than likely Madison came and got my eyeliner.
You mean you were saying that, honey?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. That I'm saying, honey, have you seen my eyeliner?
Right.
Or, honey, have you seen my long wig? Yeah. I can't find my spurs. There's all kinds of stuff.
It's funny.
And Madison had one the other day, and Jackie said, that's something nobody else gets to hear. Madison came in and said, Mom, have you seen my sequin-studded golf club? It was laying on the dinosaur box.
That is hysterical.
And nobody ever
That
did
is
that.
so funny.
All right, I'm going to look at your list.
It's done. We already did it.
We did it?
Yeah, the only thing that I have on here that we didn't talk about was this word Miriam. Because I'm product dropping again.
Miriam?
Yeah, we're
that
not
sounds
supposed
like
to
a
do that.
disease.
Well, it's one of those products that it was network marketing, one of those multi-level.
Uh-huh.
And that was a perfect example of a product that says it's for everything, one product for everything.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. So I just jumped back to that. But yeah, so just be aware of that. Watch out for products that say everything in one. It's not. Can't.
It's not going to be.
Your body's not going to absorb it the right way. It's not
And
gonna,
send this here and send that over there.
It needs to. Yeah. There's some science behind it. And, so we just went all the way back to what we started.
That's all right. That's
you know
what
what
we
I
do.
love? All these singers, like Tracy Scott.
Oh, Tracy Scott's in
He's
here.
a great.
Where's Tracy?
Great client. He's in Orlando.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool.
He was, at Disney, all the
Yeah?
shows at Disney.
Cool.
And so I love it. So there's Tracy, and there's Michelle Amato, who, of course, is amazing. And Daryl Kerr. I love all these singers.
Michelle, I was telling Gigi last week about when I went to SeaWorld, and I went there to deliver a singing telegram because I was looking for a job, and they just pulled somebody out of the entertainment department, and it was you. And so I did a singing telegram for you. I don't know if you remember that or not. But I'm gonna.
You gonna do it right now?
No, I'm not gonna do it. I can. I remember.
Remember? You can, but he won't.
I might.
But he will.
I'll tell you what. Well, I ended up doing the same thing for my audition for Boardwalk and Baseball, and I got hired. But I took my banjo, I took a top hat, and a kazoo. And you know, you've got 1 minute to do a comedy monologue, is what they said. And I'm like, I suck at monologues. Yes, you don't remember that? I totally did a singing telegram for you, like out in the outside the entertainment building at SeaWorld, and that would have been 1988, early 1988. So anyway, I went in and I'm like, I just put together an audition for a minute, and it went like this. I'm going to do it. First of all, I pulled up my banjo, and I said, how you doing, folks? My name's Greg. This is a banjo. It's the only instrument invented by our forefathers. It pleased all four of them. One of them stretched a hog hide across the stump and went ding, ding, ding. And the other one said, what are we going to call it? And the other one said, it's called a banjo. He said, why? I said, because it sounds like one. I like corn, and I like grits, and I like girls with great big eyes. And let me be your salty dog. Took off the banjo. I said, now for a little magic. I said, take the red handkerchief, put it in the hat. I'll take the blue handkerchief, put it in the hat. I say the magic words. Boardwalk and Baseball, there's no such thing as too much fun. I know how to kiss ass. I pulled it and said, now the red handkerchief is blue and the blue handkerchief is red. Thank you very much. Now for some musical entertainment. And I went into, I need a job. Oh, won't you hire me, please? I need a job. I got down on my knees. I need a job. I'm not a slob. I can make you laugh. I'll even take a bath. I need a job. Oh, won't you hire me, pretty please? Da 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 da. Oh, won't you hire me, pretty please? And I pulled out a kazoo and went da 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 da. Hey! And that was my audition.
That's correct. Sure. So that was for Boardwalk and Baseball.
That was for Boardwalk and Baseball. And that's where we met. And I played Chipper Whip.
Yes.
And you played Gigi.
Yes, I played Gigi.
Gigi, the stage
manager. The stage manager that got to be on stage the whole time. It was really weird.
You remember your opening line?
No, I do not.
I do.
What was it?
They always played Don't Worry, Be Happy right before the show started. And you walked out and said, hey, is everybody happy?
That was my opening line?
Every time.
I do not remember it.
Yes.
I do not. That's so weird. Because I remember the show was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you in your suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that we had people planted out in the audience in case they didn't answer the question.
Yes.
Like, what was that one thing we said? We talked about this before about what was the line? The question was, what are chocolate cupcakes made of?
Yeah. What flavor is Hostess Ding Dongs?
Yes.
Oh, can we keep saying that? Because we were talking about. Oh, okay. Well, the answer, they always had to say chip at the end of it. So the question was, what flavor is a Hostess Ding Dong? And they would say chocolate chip.
That's it.
And then my response would be, I'm sorry, it's just plain chocolate.
I know. We don't bring it back, I guess.
I've got it on tape. I know you've got it.
I know. We've got to get that out.
I need to put that
You know, this reminded me. So Tracy Scott, which you saw, after, I keep thinking you were SeaWorld with this, but after we were all gone from SeaWorld in the early 90s, ladies, a little time went by, and then a whole other cast was out there. And it was Tracy Scott.
Oh, no kidding.
And Michelle Lindahl and Jamie Roberts. And they had a beach party show that they did. Yeah,
really?
It was a whole other cast. Yeah, it was great. They had many years out there.
That's too funny.
So they had, there was Universal and.
How funny.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm saying is how funny because it was about 2002. I wrote a show for SeaWorld that I took there and proposed to them that they didn't take, but it was a it was a beach party. I had no idea they'd already done that there before.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let's see about this timing.
No, it was after that. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
did they steal your show?
No.
Okay,
no.
That's good to know.
No, I went in and they, I forgot the entertainment director's name at the time.
Someone will know. Tracy, what was it? The entertainment director.
It was funny because I called up and I said, hi, my name's Greg Thompson. You don't know who I am, but I'm interested in proposing a show. And the guy said, I know a Greg Thompson. And I said, which Greg Thompson do you know? And he said, the Greg Thompson I know was the MC for the Stars Showcase. And I said, that was me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
I went in and he listened to my proposal and said, thank you very much, but have you ever thought about being an MC at SeaWorld? and I turned him down.
Oh,
He offered me a job right there. He said,
That's great.
He said,
What's his name? Chuck?
I think it was.
Yeah, Chuck. I can't think of his last name right now, but it was Chuck. Someone will tell us.
Let's see.
What's that?
John was
John,
named
okay.
John Bean now.
No.
No. But I don't know why I didn't take it because their MCs were paid pretty well. He said that they flew them all over the country and
Right.
everything.
Right.
And I think my Southern accent, even though I'm an MC, at the time I was really hung up on my Southern accent. I'm like, who wants an MC with a Southern accent?
Oh, well, you sound great though.
Well, thanks. I got over it.
Good. That's really good.
I got over it.
You know, just for our own entertainment again, if anybody saw Greg's Facebook Live, I think it was yesterday, when you called, you know,
The scammer?
these scammers,
Yeah.
it's more and more and more. We get them all the time.
Yeah.
So years ago, we had some just constantly calling us and threatening that the police were outside there, come on in. And Art said, come on over.
Bring them in.
You don't even have to knock on the door. Door's wide open. I'll be waiting for you. They are out of control.
Yeah.
These robocalls are out of control.
I was getting ready to leave and the phone rang. It said, hello, this is Officer Brown with the Social Security Department. It was a recording. And I'm like, no, seriously, wait. And it said, your Social Security number has been suspended. Please call this number. And I'm like, I'm totally going to call that number.
But he totally did.
I did. I did it live on Facebook.
It was pretty funny.
It was. And I think it was funny because I kept going, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, what do I do next? And he wasn't used to that.
He was getting excited that maybe he had a live one. And I think he even got to where he did the pitch where all you have to do is buy this.
Yeah.
Was he trying to sell you a program or something?
An identity protection program.
There you go. Oh,
And these were my choices. He said that I could either go immediately to the police department and turn myself in and face criminal charges, or I had a second choice of purchasing an ID protection program from him.
Isn't that amazing?
And it got to the point where he even asked me for what bank that I banked with, and that's
I heard that. And your social security number?
Yes, I gave him a fake social security number.
Unbelievable.
Do you remember the name of the bank that I told him? It was Bend Over Bank. Bend over and shove it up your butt. Incorporated.
Incorporated. That's right. That was at the very end. See this Mark Mergulio?
Yes.
There are so many Mark Mergulios. One's my brother.
I was going to
One's
say,
my cousin.
that name sounds familiar.
One's my nephew. This is my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in
Mark.
St. Louis.
Well, that's
Very
cool.
sweet. I love my nephews.
I'm hoping to go back to Missouri next year. I think
Why
so.
for?
State Fair.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Missouri State Fair.
Yeah, where's that?
That's in Sedalia.
Sedalia.
Sedalia,
Yep.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Do you know what there is to do in Sedalia, Missouri? Nothing. They have the state fair, and that's their big thing out of the year. Like the entire town survives year round off of the money.
Isn't that something? I mean, I know Sedalia. I think.
It's not a big town at all.
No, it's not. So I went to school in Cape Girardeau, which was
Uh-huh.
Southeast Missouri State. So it was from Annapolis, where I grew up, to Southeast Missouri State. It was about a 2.5-hour drive. And I think Sedalia was kind of on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, no, it was Sykeston. I take that back. So anybody from Annapolis can chime in. It was Sykeston, Missouri.
The story that I heard, I love the downtown because I love old buildings, and
Uh-huh.
and they're most of them are empty now, but they were built in the 1800s and stuff.
Right.
But the story that I got, so the capital of Missouri is Columbia.
No, it's Jefferson City.
It's Jefferson City. Okay, so when they were trying to decide which city was going to be the capital of Missouri between Sedalia and Jefferson City, they chose Jefferson City, and they said, but we'll have the state fair in Sedalia.
Oh, cool. Now, Columbia has the great college there.
Right.
And Jefferson City is actually where my sister's office is.
Oh, really? Cool.
She lives in DeSoto, but she has to go to Jefferson. Yeah, she's in charge of state of Missouri.
Well, I tell you what, when we go to Sedalia, we go downtown Sedalia because there are a lot of antique stores down there.
Right.
And if I were to ever open an antique store in Florida, the first thing that I would do is rent me a very large U-Haul and go to Sedalia, and I would load up.
Really?
Oh my God, they're so inexpensive down there.
Really?
Or up there. I couldn't believe it. Like, well, our act, we're moonshiners in our act. So I walked in, and I walked into one, and I said, do you have any moonshine jugs here? And they said, yeah, they're along that back wall there. I went back there. Somebody else tweeted me again. I went back there, and there must have been 35 moonshine jugs back there at $12 to $16 a piece. In Orlando, those same jugs are 35 to 50 bucks.
My goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, because you can't get them down here.
You know, it's a lost art though. Back in the 80s and 90s, antiques, we bought tons of it. There was not a dish or a china set that I didn't like.
Yeah.
And I have way too much. You can't sell it.
Yeah.
I have all this crystal.
You know what is hot right now is like the 70s ceramic ware and stuff like 70s, kitschy 70s kitchen stuff.
Like Fiesta ware?
Yeah, Fiesta ware. Fiesta ware is huge.
Beautiful.
This one store we went into in Sedalia, she had an entire room that was nothing but Fiesta
It's wonderful.
ware.
I love it.
And she says she sells it like this. So we went in there, we found all kinds of stuff, and we gave her a CD and gave her a picture. And the next year we went back, and she had framed our picture and had it hanging up in her antique shop. That was great. But there's some great deals up there. There we did find the happening place in Sedalia.
Really?
Walmart. Walmart. Friday night it was jumping.
Kind of like Ocoee, huh?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, I thought, here's the funniest thing about Sedalia, and I'm not making fun of it. I enjoyed it. I really did. Can't wait to go back. There was one bar we went to called Dickie Doo's. Dickie Doo's Barbecue. Dickie Doo's Barbecue. That was a great place. But there's a bowling alley there. And one night, because we were there for the whole run of the fair, so we were there for 13 days. And one night we said, let's go bowling tonight. We pass a bowling alley every day on the way to the fair. Let's go bowling. Said, okay. So we pulled up to the bowling alley that night about 7 o'clock. It was closed. And there was a sign on the door that said, hours of operation, 11 a.m. to close. 11 a.m. to close. Okay.
It closes
whenever they
decide
like.
to close.
Yeah.
That's
and we told people in Sedalia, we said, your bowling alley says 11. Sorry, I got a text again. But that just made sense to everybody. They're like, yeah, well, they open at 11 and they close when they close.
That's a small town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's pretty cool.
Food was great. And, people argue about barbecue because there's Missouri barbecue.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't like, I don't, I was going to say
I didn't know there was Missouri barbecue.
There's Missouri style barbecue. I was going to say there's no barbecue I don't like. I like all kinds of barbecue.
Really?
I like all. There's only one kind where they take the pork and they put it in the barbecue sauce and it's like real soupy. I don't like that.
I don't.
But if it's smoked barbecue, I like it.
Oh, you like smoked, yeah.
But anyway, we
Kevin
got off track
Whipple
again.
is from, I graduated with him.
Oh, really?
Yes, he and his brother.
Is he in Missouri now?
Yes, he is.
Where at?
Yeah. And maybe St. Louis. Yes, he's in Missouri. I was thinking he may not be in Annapolis, maybe in St. Louis. But,
I did perform in Redbug, Missouri one time.
Redbug?
I couldn't tell you where it is.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know where it is, but they have a Threshers Threshers festival, and I didn't know what a thresher was until I got there. It's like tractor,
for Pete's sake,
for making hay.
You
and
know,
stuff like
here's
that.
the thing. My parents decided they were very young. They wanted to raise their kids in the country. So they're from St. Louis. So they moved to Annapolis, and they have their family. They have their children. So I missed a lot of some of that in Annapolis because we were kind of St. Louis and Annapolis. And we've talked about my childhood. It was amazing. But we had a what is the big thing that someone's going to tell me? That big thing that bales the hay? A hay baler?
A hay baler.
That's it. We had that. I think we had a tractor.
Yeah.
But mostly we had horses and chickens.
Yeah. I know you like your horses.
I love my horses.
Yeah.
That was the deal.
We had horses.
Yeah. So, why are we both dressed in black?
Because it was clean and was kind of clean. I did wear it at Sunburst last month, but it was ironed.
It looks great.
Well,
I don't know if anybody can see, but it has this little color in there. That's very nice.
It's got it in the collar.
Nice.
In there, so.
Yeah. Your daughter could wear that.
She could.
Look good on her. Now, did she do Marilyn Monroe today?
Yes, she did.
I saw her pictures. Y'all go on Facebook and find Madison's pictures.
Yeah.
She's kneeling down with a little girl.
Mm-hmm. The little girl's a Marilyn Monroe fan.
She's unbelievable.
Thank you.
The sunglasses and the dress, it just blew me
She
away.
works as Marilyn she's one of the Marylands out at Universal Studios. She worked today.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, want to remind you that we're here because of Gigi Thomas Aesthetics. So
That's
go
right.
there and give her a call anytime if you want better skin than what you've got right now. Bottom line, you want better skin than what you've got right now? Call this lady right
Here's
here.
the thing about that. When I was doing education and I had to certify and train estheticians on whatever product, usually with some type of a chemical or something like that, I'd have them bring in a couple different clients. I said, bring me clients that have some issues with their skin. We'll work on them. And then bring me some clients that have great skin. And you know, that was what was so impressive. Because their skin looked even better.
Really?
Yeah, and if you have the education, and that's what it's about, right? The education, you just know how to do it. And unfortunately, in the state of Florida, they don't require much.
Yeah.
So I was lucky to be sent out and was educated through different states where they require much more. So the certifications are all medical certifications.
Well, I got to tell you, my wife has been going to Gigi recently since we've started doing this. My daughter, who is now an esthetician, is going to Gigi.
She and I are going to pay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna.
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some certifications for her.
Yeah,
and
she
I'm
wants
gonna be
that.
the model.
Really?
So I get some work done. Yeah.
That would be great.
I can't wait.
And I've had one facial, and I never had one before, and I wasn't expecting. Well, I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
But I got to tell you, it's been at least a month now, and my skin is still much better than it was.
Well, because
2
you're using
months
the
ago.
products too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
And
big thing.
I'm like up in the mirror looking at my skin, going, I like this. Thank God for this. So
Right.
it's the real deal here.
It is. So the best thing is if you can have a facial and then use the skincare products. But if you can't get the facial, use just start using the home care regimen because it will change the structure of the skin. And
Absolutely.
that's the whole thing, is because it's a cosmeceutical.
It's a cosmeceutical. That's the first time we've used that word in this show.
You mean today?
And yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well, there you
today.
go.
In today's episode.
Today's episode.
Yes.
And you know, if anybody out there would like us to come to your place of business, we'll come.
Absolutely.
We'll do it.
And we'll set up and we'll do this and we'll have fun with your customers and you.
And I'm thinking we should go to the Villages. It's a Tuesday night. Maybe one time when they're at the square.
Yeah.
We don't want to go there at Katie Bell's. That's
Right. That's invasive.
Yeah, that's invasive. So we'll be there. So just watch
That'll
out.
be cool.
That's gonna be fun.
And we'll go. I tell you what, we'll go live in between the band sets.
Yeah.
So the band's not playing.
Right. Well, we can play. We can get a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we'll put them on
And
there,
then
of course.
maybe we can do some interviews.
That's what would be fun. You know what I thought would be fun if we went to like the Villages and like while we're shooting here, put a sign out in front of us that says, "Please photobomb us," and just as we're
That would
talking,
be so
see how
funny.
many people walk behind
That's
us.
a great idea.
So I think I'm gonna do that.
That's great.
And please feel free to photobomb us.
That's great. They
You know-
can't talk. They can just walk by.
They just walk by. Yeah.
That's a great.
I say,
There's
here's
Tom Dietz.
Tom
He's
Dietz.
a great horn player.
I know.
You know him? He's been around.
Yeah.
Saxophone player. He's very good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that name.
That's fun. I like that.
Well, cool. How long have we been on? We've been on.
A while. I don't know if we said anything important, but besides that, it's
I
not
think
breast awareness
That's
month,
where
but
that
breast
was
cancer awareness month.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But there's only 12 months out of the year that are actually breast awareness months.
And this episode is called "How Many Times Can You Say Breast in 30 Minutes?"
I wonder who counted. We should make that a drinking game.
The
Like,
drinking game.
yeah, make it a drinking game. Like, well, then we'd have to do it later in the night. Not for everybody. But like every time we say the word breast, take a drink.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Or we can do that. No, I don't want to get drunk on camera.
I don't drink.
No, at all?
Mm-mm.
No?
I
Okay.
don't like it.
Nah.
I have one other thing. My daughter, we're going to go see A Star Is Born tomorrow night.
Are you really? With Lady Gaga and
Yes, I cannot wait.
and what's his name? The guy who directed it.
Bradley
Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper.
Because the one with Barbara Streisand,
And Chris
all
Christoph.
of the singers, we did all those tunes.
Yeah.
Woman in the Moon, and I can't even think of
Did
the
you
names
do
of
Queen Bee?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Not
that
much.
was in the movie. That
We
was in
did
the
it,
movie.
but I did that back in St. Louis.
Yeah, that was my favorite song with the album.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man,
love
they were
it.
all good. My friend Jamie Bowie Bowling Yakumpusky, she did a couple tunes from that movie.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
She's very good. She's a very good singer.
Yeah, she
And,
did that.
Yeah, so we just kind of took turns, and yeah, so I can't wait to see it. And then after that, we should come out to Hemingway's. I'm sorry, out to Hemingway's.
Come out to Lafayette's and see the Hemingway Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is tomorrow night there? That's not
Tomorrow night is their debut night.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Tomorrow night,
So they start
9 to 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Lafayette's.
It's going to
dear.
be cool. Well, let's get out of here.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Tom Peeps.
Go to gigthomasaesthetics.com.
It's up, y'all.
Yep.
It's up and running.
And if you got any question, even if you don't have a question, just want to call her up, say hi.
Absolutely.
Give her a
Do
call.
that.
Number's on the website.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.